Well, hey everyone, one of the things we've been working on over the last month is getting ready for the church's 50th anniversary. How exciting is that? And it's scheduled for the September long weekend of 2022. Just think, the people of Still Heights Baptist Church have been meeting together every Sunday and through the weeks for 50 years. Well, the practice of meeting on Sundays began with the early church. Traditionally, the Jewish people would rest and worship on the Sabbath, which lasted between Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. For in 6 days the Lord made the heaven and the earth, the sea and all that is in them, and rested on the seventh day. Exodus 28 through 11. Well, however, Christian believers started meeting together on Sundays because Christ was raised from the dead on the third day, which was on a Sunday, or the Lord's Day. We now assemble for worship and encouragement so we can enjoy a foretaste of heaven. And then we can also go out into the world and work our 6 days as we steward our lives and labor for the Lord. Here's the thing. The COVID-19 pandemic has had a huge impact on the way that we come together to fellowship, to serve, to worship. And as we are exploring the uses of different digital technologies such as video conferencing, video updates, and live streaming, we are thankful for all the benefits that they afforded us to still meet and communicate with each other. Yet, as the Apostle John said in his second epistle, he realized that with the technology of his day, the pen and paper, that they were fine for some purposes, but he said our joy is made complete when we can meet face to face in person. That being said, yes, we're going to continue to use digital technology to increase our ability to communicate and the frequencies of our meetings and to meet and disciple one another. But I believe we need to also put a priority on meeting in person as well, lest we forfeit that fuller experience that John was talking about of Christ's joy in our fellowship and our worship together. I recently bought a book called Atomic Habits, and the author describes how these little habits practiced over and over can impact our lives negatively through bad habits or positively with good habits. The writer of Hebrews tells us, "And let us consider how we may spur one another on towards love and good deeds, not giving up meeting together as some are in the habit of doing, but encouraging one another, and all the more as we see the day approaching." Hebrews 10:24 through 25. So as we grow more accustomed to living with the COVID-19 reality, I want to encourage you to consider returning back to in-person worship and fellowship. I realize that people are at different lanes on the road back to meeting in person with your church family. So there's going to be a transition time, obviously, but I encourage you to make it your goal to try returning to worship in person on a more regular basis in the hope of just redeveloping that spiritual habit of meeting together in person. Yes, for the cold and the snowy days, or the days when you're sick or you can't find a babysitter, or you have to work, or whatever the case, we will continue to offer live stream worship on Sundays, video conferencing options for life groups and equipping courses, video updates like this. But the goal is to meet together regularly. And I commend all of you who have made it your habit to do so. But I also encourage you to make the effort to return to in-person gatherings. God bless you, Still Heights. And don't forget to save the date, September 2nd through 4th, 2022. So that Lord willing, we can celebrate 50 years of meeting together as God's people to worship and serve our risen Savior. May the peace of Christ be with you and your families, and I look forward to meeting with you this Saturday for Super Saturday from 10 till noon, and again for worship this Sunday. Bye for now.